Hi, everybody. I'm Pierre Bouvard, Chief Insights Officer here at the Audio Active Group at Cumulus Media in Westwood One. And today we want to focus on the very latest on the state of American audio time spent. The gold standard of American audio time spent is none other than Edison Research's share of ear. This is a long-term tracking study on American audio time use. It's been running for over 11 years, and we're going to take a look at the just released Q4 2025 findings. Each year, 4,000 Americans are surveyed, 1,000 each quarter, on their use of all forms of audio, and daily shares are produced as well as daily reach. Now, recently, nearly 1,700 radio salespeople, programmers, and managers have been accessing in-car listening data from Xperi's DTS Auto Stage, which is a new in-car radio listening audience measurement service. They're harvesting tuning data in 302 markets around the country from over 6 million connected cars. So with all of this interest in in-car listening, we thought it would be appropriate to look at the latest share of ear for insights that we can gain on radio listening that is occurring in the car. And we came up with 5 key findings from the Q4 2025 Edison Research share of ear. First, if we take a look at the last decade, the proportion of over-the-air AM/FM radio listening occurring in the car has surged 25%. Back in 2015, 42% of all over-the-air AM/FM radio listening occurred in the car. That's now jumped to 53% at the latest reading. And that number is even higher among younger listeners. The car is the dominant location of listening. Among 1834s, 63% of all radio time spent occurs in the car. Among adults 25-54, 57% of all AM/FM radio listening over the air occurs in the car. That number is even higher among women. Among women, in-car is the dominant location of listening. Now, if we look at drivers and the kind of car they drive, primarily, if we look at domestic brands, in-car listening has surged 23%. Among imports, it surged about 11%. And over half of all American radio time spent listening occurs in the car. And if you have an advertiser as an agency, want to reach Americans on the path to purchase, if you're an auto dealer and you want to reach consumers that are in market for that new or used or leased vehicle, look no further than AM/FM radio. Edison determined that of all the in-car ad-supported audio minutes spent, AM/FM has a stunning 83 share of listening to ad-supported audio in the car. So AM/FM radio is truly the queen of the road. So going back 11 years to 2015, and we look at what proportion of total over-the-air radio listening occurs in the car, back then 42% of all radio listening over the air occurred in the car. That has jumped to 53% at the most recent reading, and that is a 25% increase. And you'll notice there was a dip down there during the pandemic when folks weren't spending as much time in their cars, but certainly in-car listening has roared back. Now let's take a look at the demographics. Among teens, 60% of all over-the-air AM/FM radio listening occurring in the car. 1834, 63% of radio listening occurring in the car. 25-54, 57%. So if you want to target younger demographics, look no further than in-car AM and FM radio. Now, let's take a look at the difference by gender. This is quite a head snapper. If you look at women 1834, what proportion of their over-the-air radio listening is happening in the car? 72%. Among women 25-54, 2/3 of all their over-the-air radio listening occurs in the car. So Yes, there's tons of men listening in the car, but the proportion of women is astonishingly high. Now, let's break out those that primarily drive domestic vehicles and those that primarily drive imported vehicles. So a domestic vehicle would be a Chevy, Dodge, GMC, Jeep, Ford, etc. Going back to 2016 to today, we can see the share of radio listening occurring in the car jumps 23%. Now, 53% of the domestic vehicle radio time spent occurring to radio, and the import brands were already pretty high with their in-car listening back in 2016. They're now up to 55%, an 11% increase. And if we look across all the makes and models that folks drive, we can see that AM/FM share of total audio occurring in the car is right around 50%, give or take. So radio is the dominant medium in the car. Now, what about ad-supported audio in the car? If you're a marketer and you want to reach folks on the path to purchase, you're a car dealer, you want to reach in-market consumers, of all the ad-supported tuning minutes happening in the car, AM/FM radio has a 83 share. You got it. An 83% share of all in-car ad-supported audio time spent goes to AM/FM radio, and everything else is in the mid to low single digits. Let's take a look at the demographics. 1834 in the car. AM/FM has a 77 share of ad-supported audio in the car. Basically, all of these numbers are right around an 80 share in car for AM/FM radio. So, share of ear, Q4 2025, 5 key findings about radio listening, a big jump in the proportion of radio listening that's occurring in the car. It's up 25% over the last decade, now represents 53% of all radio listening occurs in the car, but it's even higher among younger demos. It's even higher among women. And whether you drive domestic, you drive imported, radio is the dominant platform in the car. And if you care about reaching consumers on the path to purchase, AM/FM radio is the queen of the road with an 83 in-car share. The Audio Active Group here at Cumulus Media in Westwood One is a full-service national brand advisory. We focus on measuring the campaigns of our clients, things like brand lift, sales effect, search and site attribution, and especially creative pre-testing. Each and every week, we publish a new audio insight. You can find it on our blog at cumulusmedia.com or westwood1.com. And when you're there, you can sign up to get the weekly audio case study and insight sent directly to your email box. Thanks so much for the opportunity to take you through the very latest on in-car AM and FM radio listening from Edison's Q4 2025 Share of Ear. Thanks so much.